In 1973, the most severe oil crisis in the history of modern civilization erupted. A number of European countries, as well as the USA, experienced an incredibly strong energy shortage. Oil prices quadrupled. At gas stations, it was common to see a sign reading, "No gas," and queues for fuel often stretched for several kilometers. Large and powerful American cars with 6- and 8-cylinder engines were not particularly fuel efficient and quickly became a burden for any family. The real salvation in this situation came in the form of small, 4-cylinder, very fuel-efficient Japanese cars, the Toyota Corolla, Nissan Sunny, and our hero today, the Honda Civic. They became a true salvation for everyone experiencing a severe fuel shortage. This period became a golden age for cars from the land of the rising sun, especially for one legendary little car, the Honda Civic. Just a year before the oil crisis, in 1972, when no one could have predicted such a serious energy shortage would begin, Honda released one of the most important cars for the whole world, the Civic. This car was needed more than ever. So, what was it like? Its length was only 3 meters 55 centimeters, its weight no more than 700 kilograms, and its engine power was 50 horsepower. With skillful use of the 4-speed manual transmission, the car could accelerate to 100 kilometers per hour in 14 seconds, and its top speed was 146 kilometers per hour, which impressed inexperienced car owners. However, in urban driving, it consumed only 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which, as you understand, was extremely important given the fuel shortage. Technically, the Civic was not as simple as it seemed at first glance. The car from distant 1972 was already equipped with independent suspension, front disc brakes, and for an extra charge, a 2-speed automatic transmission and air conditioning could be ordered. For those who needed a faster car, there was a sports version called the RS. Yes, there was such a version. 76 horsepower with a weight of 700 kilograms turned this little car into a quite nimble and fun hot rod. The price of the Honda Civic was extremely attractive, $2,200, which was only 3.5 average salaries of a US resident back then. Civics sold like ice cream in summer. Awards and achievements poured in for this car. Car of the Year in Japan, 3rd place in Europe, Best Imported Car in the USA from 1976 to 1978. The first-generation Civic became the best-selling car in the world. The second-generation Civic was a logical continuation of the first. Slightly larger dimensions, more power, more comfort. It became no less popular than its predecessor and sold in huge numbers. And then came the third generation, a car that gained an army of fans and even started a whole movement in Japan. We are talking about the nearly 8-kilometer-long Kanjo Expressway around the city of Osaka. Starting from the 1980s, young and fearless Japanese people organized high-speed races on this track. These races were extremely dangerous and, of course, forbidden. Illegal racers were pursued by the police, and fatal accidents often occurred during chases. The fastest car on the Kanjo was always considered to be the Honda Civic. Durable engines, a lightweight body, suspension tuned for sporty driving. All of this made the Civic a legend of street racing. The vast majority of cars participating in races on the Kanjo track are Civic 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generations. They were perfectly suited for the track with tight turns. Racers were inspired by motorsport of the 80s and 90s, where the Civic shone in Group A races. Street racers modified their cars to resemble racing cars. Many installed roll cages, removed the interior for lightness, installed adjustable sports suspension, and fitted their wheels with semi-slicks or even racing slicks, forbidden on ordinary roads. To get the slicks to work properly, they were always warmed up before the race. The racers called themselves Kanjo Zoku. During the races, they concealed their faces with masks, car numbers were covered, and racing nets hung on the windows, not so much for safety as for anonymity. On this track, only with a Civic could one count on victory. What made the Civic so fast, besides its weight and suspension? Of course, the legendary B16A engine, which first appeared on the 4th generation Civic. This was a 16-valve dual overhead cam engine, producing over 160 horsepower from a mere 1.6 liters of displacement, without turbos or superchargers. Such a figure was outstanding for its time. This was made possible by the patented VTEC variable valve timing system. It allowed the engine to maintain fuel efficiency at low RPMs and unleash its power at high RPMs, up to 9,000 RPM. power increased avalanche-like. The engine found its second wind. Now about the famous Type R version. After the revolutionary 4th generation and the evolutionary 5th, in 1997, the king of all Civics appeared, the 6th generation Type R. It incorporated all the best from Honda, a 1.6 VTEC engine, 185 naturally aspirated horsepower with a weight of only 1,040 kilograms, acceleration to 100 kilometers per hour in 6.8 seconds. It even competed with more powerful cars, thanks to its low mass and first-class suspension. Stability in turns was ensured by a limited slip differential, and multi-link suspension helped to stay on track. Elements like NK wheels, aerodynamic body kit, Recaro seats, and Momo steering wheel emphasized the rarity of the model. The first Civic Type R was produced exclusively for the Japanese market. The Civic was famous for its indestructibility. Many ratings recognized it as one of the most reliable cars in the world. All engines installed on the Civic were characterized by longevity. If you managed to kill a 1.3, 1.5, or 1.6 engine without even driving 300,000 kilometers, congratulations, you're incompetent. The internet is full of videos where these engines are abused in abnormal conditions. For example, the cooling system is removed, water is poured into the lubrication system, and the engine runs for several hours at redline. Only after such torment does the engine give up. In motorsport, the Civic became a popular choice not only among amateurs but also among professionals. In rally, circuit racing, time attack, and even drag racing. For example, the tuning company Speed Factory Racing built a Civic with 1,850 horsepower, which covered a quarter mile in 7.6 seconds, a world record for front-wheel drive cars with a stock chassis. Modern Civics remain reliable and unpretentious. Among them are their own diamonds. For example, the Civic Type R. As of today, it is the fastest front-wheel drive car on most legendary tracks in the world. Competition among hot hatchbacks is high. Renault Megane RS Trophy R, Seat Leon Cupra, Opel Astra OPC Extreme, VW Golf GTI Club Sport S, Ford Focus RS 500. But it is the Civic that remains first on most tracks. Sporting victories, amazing endurance, a stunning engine. These are just a small part of what fans adore about this car. It's unlikely you can find a more emotional car in this class. It has been 53 years since the Civic rolled off the assembly line, and the old-timer is not giving up its position. It remains the fastest front-wheel drive hatchback in the world today. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the Honda Civic. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. And tell us in the comments what your favorite legendary car is. See you next time.